Hey, how's it going guys? It's Tacobellion, and today I'm going to be teaching you tips that will help you get top 1% in Hype Nights. So this video will help people of all skill levels, but it's specifically for average players like console players or mobile players like me. Also, some of y'all have probably seen some of these tips, but there are a lot of tips that you probably have not seen anywhere else, built specifically for average players. So before we hop into it, what are Hype Nights? So there are two versions of Hype Nights that happen at the exact same time. There's Hype Night Plus and there's just regular Hype Night. The point system is the exact same for both tournaments, but the prizes are different. In Hype Night Plus, you'll have to pay 300 arena points just to play, but in regular Hype Night, you won't have to pay any amount of arena points to play. However, in Hype Night Plus, the prizes are almost doubled. So if you get top 1% in Hype Night Plus, you'll get yourself 950 arena points profit, whereas regular Hype Night, you'll only get 500 points profit for top 1%. Okay, so you clicked on this video to find out how to get the most possible points you can in these Hype Nights, and the short answer is to just play for placement. But it's also a little bit more complicated than that, so let's dive into it right now. So my first tip and my most important tip is to know your play style. So that means, do you feel confident taking a lot of fights and W-keying, or are you better at playing placement? And when I say playing for placement, I mean playing slow, playing for in-game, playing for the win. So if you feel pretty confident W-keying, I recommend to W-key your first game, but don't W-key too hard if you're not an incredible player. And you just have to know your skill set. Again, if you're an amazing player, feel free to W-key and try to drop a 20 bomb, but if you're not, don't try to just outdo yourself. So I would say if you're not a super confident W-keyer, to not land authority or caddy corner your first game, and don't try to drop a 20 bomb, because chances are you're just going to get yourself killed in the process. So instead, I recommend that you drop at Pleasant Park or Holly Hedges or a POI like that and take some fights off spawn, but still play safe. Your goal for the first game should be to win with a decent amount of kills. And when I say decent amount of kills, I mean anywhere from 5 to 10 depending on your skill level and playstyle. So if you don't feel confident in W-keying, land at your drop spot or somewhere you know won't be contested and loot up. If you're playing completely placement and solely for the win in your first game, you need to be staying in the middle zone the entire game, because most fights happen on the edge of storm far away from the middle of zone. You want to make sure your materials are full or close to full all of the mid game. And a good way to make sure you don't use materials is by rotating on the dead side of zone and using bushes. And I just want to point this out, bushes are a win-win situation for you. You save materials since you don't have to build a base, and if someone comes near, it's a free kill. And to go along with the bush strategy, don't replace buildings or houses with your own builds. Hide in them and wait for someone to walk in. It will be a free kill if they don't see you or hear you. My final tip for people playing passive in their first games, don't be afraid to take a fight if the circumstances are right. So that means if you hit someone for 150 meters out of your bush, don't let them heal, take the opportunity and get a free kill. Just because you're playing for the win doesn't mean you can't ever take a fight. And even if you don't have a great first game, you're still chilling. You don't need to win your first game to set yourself up for success the rest of the tournament. Okay, so let's say you had a pretty decent game. Let's say you made it to top 5 with 5 or 6 kills. So what you want to do in all of your remaining games is to play for placement, play for the win. I'm talking land uncontested, don't take mid-game fights unless it's a free kill or you absolutely have to. Play for the win with all your remaining games. The reason this will get you the most points regardless of how good you are is because most people aren't taking the Hype Night seriously. They're just W-keying everyone, meaning people are dying really fast. But in every single game except your first W-key game, if you even want to do that, your goal should be to make it to in-game every single game. This season, the point system is based around consistency, meaning doing what I just said is the easiest way to gain points. If you get top 15 with 2 kills your last 9 games, that's 81 points, and if you add that to your first game, assuming that you won with 5 kills or so, you will finish on exactly 100 points. And as of the time I'm making this video, that is in 34th place. That's top 50 overall guaranteed. And my last tip is to stay calm and don't have a bad mentality. All you need is 65 to 70 points to get top 1%, which means you can have a kind of iffy game your first game and die off spawn a couple times and still place top 1% if you follow this video's tips. So with all that said, if you want me to review my games where I place top 1%, let me know in the comments or just drop a like. But thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. But good luck in the Hype Nights, whatever you want the arena points for, whether you're grinding champs or just grinding as many arena points you can this season, good luck. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Adios.